Hey everyone, my name is Dan and welcome to the channel. In this video we'll be going over the 3 theme parks that we've just come back from. We went to Wet n Wild, we went to Warner Brothers Movie World and also SeaWorld. These are all located up on the Gold Coast. We'll be going over transportation to and from the parks, also the rough wait times, costs of tickets, and what to expect in the park if you're looking for shopping, food, and of that sort. So without further ado, let's get into it with our first one. The first park we chose to visit was SeaWorld. Now, we already bought tickets through a pass and we can go through that through a different video, but tickets are available from the ticket booths at the parks as well. Transportation wise, we caught a bus. Now, there are dedicated bus routes or routes to these theme parks, which are really good. And this particular one, you're going to be wanting to catch the bus line 705, and it's typically the 705 that runs north from Surfers Paradise. There is another bus that runs south, but that'll take you, towards the shopping centers and other things down there. But you're gonna need to use a go-kart on there as well. Grab one of them. They cost $10. It's a tap on, tap off sort of card, and then you can load up whatever you want. The costs for travel over there, you're looking at about 50 cents a trip, which is really, really good. Really affordable and gives you a little bit of leeway to visit other parks as well. So like with any other theme park that you visit, use the app that's provided with, from Village Roadshow, just to plan out your day and see where you want to go, what's important for you, because lines actually do pile up quite quickly and quite earlier on in the day. When queuing up to actually get in the park, a lot of people were lining up at 9 a.m. even though the park opened at 9:30 a.m. It is very, very hot down there in the summer period, school holiday period, so like early Jan, sort of like late December. It's very tropical, subtropical temperature. So bring a hat, bring sunscreen. There's not too much shade in a lot of these parks, but that's the tropical sort of weather that they have and how they laid out the park. But definitely use the apps provided to make sure that you're getting the most out of your trip. So with food and the costs for food when we were there, we expect to be paying about minimum of like $8 a beverage for a drink. If you wanted a coffee or something like that they do there as well, you're looking at about $8. If you're wanting food and of the likes, be prepared to be paying a minimum of $12 to $14 for something very, very small. At SeaWorld, they have a drinks refill station, so if you buy a cup, you're able to refill your ice and also Coke or any other beverage that you want there, but you have to make that initial purchase as well. A lot of the other parks will have this sort of offer as well. Some sort of gatekeep it as well, so I know in Warner Brothers you actually have to go up to a retailer to ask them to refill your cup with your drink, whereas at SeaWorld it's self-serve. So apart from what was mentioned before, SeaWorld has a variety of souvenir stores that you can go into and purchase little magnets, mugs, and of the sort. SeaWorld thrives on their animal conservation and their shows around the dolphins and sea otters and seals, and it's just an amazing thing to see. I was half expecting it to be just rides, but it was a fantastic way to see more animals at the park than was expected. I haven't been there for a while, but it was definitely a good place to go to spend your day, see some animals, see some shows, go on some rides if you want, have some food. You can do this in all a day. So there's parks in Australia, you can do all this stuff in a day, plan it out. It's all good. Even half a day you can really do it if you're really good. It's not like Disney, so manage your expectations when you do come here. It's a different vibe here, very relaxed, very laid back, and it's well worth it. So now that we've done SeaWorld, the next day we went to Wet n Wild. We didn't take too much footage or even any footage, just because everybody's in their bathing suit, and that's understandable. So no footage there, but we'll talk about, you know, the transport there. Very similar to SeaWorld, but you're going to have to get onto the light rail using your go-kart. You'll be getting onto the GCR1 all the way to Helensvale, hopping up at Helensvale Station, and then hopping on to a theme park bus, which is the TX7. These things go to Wet n Wild, Movie World, and I believe all the rest over there. But yeah, it's very simple. Make sure you have that go-kart, because on that bus, once you're there, even though you got to Helensvale Station all good without a ticket, the bus driver won't let you on without a go-kart. So just FYI on that one. Also, when you're at Wet n Wild, make sure you have thongs, slippers, or slides. There is no shade there, so you're gonna walk around with burnt feet and hopping on, hopping off. It's crazy how there's no shade at a park like that with a lot of heat and tropical climate. So it's pretty crazy. Wear a hat. The food is what you would expect from theme park foods. So $14 to $20. The sky's the limit over there, and then beverages as well. You're looking at about $8 to $12 depending on what you want. So that's really it. Queuing for there is the same. People will get there at 9 o'clock, and then the gates don't open at 9:30 until 9:30. And just use your app. Use the app to have a look at wait times for your specific rides that you want. They do get pretty full on, and people buy the fast track stuff. So be prepared to wait about 40 plus minutes for a damn ride, which only goes for a couple minutes, even if not a couple seconds. But that's Wet n Wild. We'll get into Warner Brothers. So on the third day we did Warner Brothers, and this is our last park on the trip. To get here, you're looking at jumping on the GCR1 light rail all the way to Helensvale, and then catching that TX7 bus to the theme parks, and your rider's reign. Use that go-kart and you shouldn't have any problems. Queuing at 9 o'clock, people start queuing up to get into the park, and at 9:30 the gates open. So what to expect from Warner Brothers when you're there? It's got a good atmosphere. It's changed a little since I've been there last. Heaps of rides, heaps of stores to spend your money on for souvenirs and little soft toys and things like that. Food variety, look, they do have a vast variety of food there, but it's normal theme park food. So once again, expect to be paying $8 for that drink and $12 to $14 for that hot dog if you wanted. We got some pizzas, and we separated with $24 for 2 slices of pizza, no drink, which is quite crazy. But that's to be expected there. You do have character meet and greets and superhero meet and greets, which is absolutely cool. Heaps of characters inside the park walking around, and they don't take too long to actually sort of rotate. So you would have multiple people out there at once, or multiple characters out there. You got the Justice League, you've got Looney Tunes, you'll have Beetlejuice, Austin Powers, you've got the Joker and things like that. You've got Batman. So it's really good to see characters out and about in the park, and majority of the times you don't actually have to wait in line too much for you to take a photo with these characters. And I think that's a testament, because they have all these awesome rides and thrill-seeking rides people want to go on, so they'll probably opt for taking those character photos a little bit later in their sort of day. But continually look at your app, look at the app, and make sure that you're getting the most out of your day by planning it out, looking at the session times, looking at the wait times, and you should be all good in experiencing everything that Warner Brothers had to offer. So here are my final thoughts on the 3 parks. Would I recommend them? Yes, I would. So if you were to start traveling and wanting to experience parks but didn't want to go to the extreme and go to Disney straight away, this really can dip your toe into the water of theme parks and see how you can go with planning ahead and managing your time to experience everything in let's say a day. These parks can definitely be done in that one day. They are what I expected as well. They have new things, and I haven't been back in 10 years, but they have the same bones and they're doing what they do well. Thanks for watching the video. I hope it's been informative for you and helps you make that decision on whether or not you want to visit any of these 3 theme parks on your next trip. I'll be adding some more videos up on the channel for store tours while we're at the parks a little bit later on. But for now, that's a wrap.